Hi, David Campanile here, owner of Campanile Law, located in the state of New Jersey. We handle estate planning and probate. Today's topic is I'm going to take you through who qualifies to use the L-4 waiver form and just kind of break it down for you a little bit. But before we dive into this topic, if you have any questions pertaining to estate planning or probate and want to schedule a free phone consultation with me, contact me at njestateattorney.com. You can send me an email directly at david@campanilelaw.com, or up top or below, there's a direct link to my calendar. You can schedule directly on that link. So let's dive into this topic a little bit. So this is about the L-4 form. So as I've stated in previous videos, I'll state again, New Jersey does not have an estate tax anymore. However, there is an inheritance tax. And you usually fill out these waiver forms when you're waiving an inheritance tax. Now, who can waive an inheritance tax? Usually Class A beneficiaries, Class E beneficiaries. So on the L-4 form, you're using this. This is a preliminary waiver. You're basically going to the state and the court and saying, hey, all these things we're asking for this waiver. So you're going to fill out this form when a complete inheritance estate tax return cannot be completed yet. That's usually when you're still trying to find all the assets and bring everything together. All beneficiaries from the Class A list, we have gone over Class A beneficiaries, but these would be like spouses or children. But the estate would not qualify to use the L-8 form. I did a previous video on the L-8 form, and all beneficiaries have to be Class E, which are charities, education institutions, New Jersey political divisions, or they're Class E and Class A. Now you're going to use this form to request the release of your New Jersey bank accounts, your stocks in New Jersey corporations, your brokerage accounts, New Jersey investment bonds, and New Jersey real estate. And the real estate this is only going to be used for real estate when you don't qualify for the L-9 form. I will talk about the L-9 form in another video, I promise. Now you're probably going, David, who can fill out this form? Well, the executor or administrator can fill out this form. If there is a trust, the trustee can fill out this form, or your legal representative of the estate. So if you have an attorney, your attorney can fill out this form as well. Now, in this form, you're going to submit the copies of the will, and if there's codicils and trust documents, if there are trust documents, you're going to submit copies of any disclaimers that you filed. You're going to list all the beneficiaries and their relationship to the decedent or the person who's passed away. And you're going to remember, please check off the request waiver box for each asset that you are requesting. Even though you're requesting it, the state gets to make the final determination if the waiver is going to be granted. Please remember, you have to sign this and get it notarized, and you're going to mail it directly to the state of New Jersey. So you're going to report all the known New Jersey assets in this form that you know about. So, and remember, you're also going to need to submit a complete copy of the decedent's last full year federal income tax return. And if there was none filed, you need to state that none were filed. So what do I mean by that is if you passed away at the beginning of 2022, you won't file your 2022 tax returns until 2023. Your last federal returns would be 2020 because you haven't even filed 2021 yet. But you would update them with 2021 once 2021 gets filed. Remember though, if you're in this form, you can request some real estate if you don't qualify for the L-9 form, but you have to include your deed, a contract of sale, or the closing agreement. Remember though, just because you fill out this form, it does not guarantee that any sort of tax waiver is going to be granted to you. And it's so basically what this form breaks down to is you're going to fill it out with the decedent's name, and you're going to, the form is pretty self-explanatory. Part one, you read through this, just make sure you've signed everything. If you need help, you could, if you have an attorney, they'll probably be doing this form for you, unless you've said, look, I really want to do this form. If you're on your own, there could be, some forms or something on how to fill this out, but the form is pretty self-explanatory. And then you're just going to go through the different schedules. You're going to list where things are. You're going to list the estimated net of each thing. If there is the gross estate, you're just going to fill all this out. It's a pretty self-explanatory form. And then on part 5, when you start putting in the banks, brokerage accounts, or mutual funds, you're going to may need to contact the company that's holding those things or the bank to know the name on the account, how is the account being held, and what the balance was on the date of the decedent's passing. Same thing, and if you're requesting a waiver for that, if it's going to a Class A or Class E or both beneficiaries. Same thing for Part 6 and Part 7, you're going to give the beneficiaries and their relationship. If you need additional sheets, you can add additional sheets to this. So I kind of just broke down who qualifies to use this form, the L-4 form? Yes, sorry, early in the morning. And kind of what to expect when filling it out. So if you have any questions pertaining to the L-4 form, please do not hesitate to contact me or reach out. If you have any questions pertaining to estate planning or probate, please contact me at njestateattorney.com. You can send me an email directly at david@campanilelaw.com, or above or below there's going to be a link direct to my calendar so you can schedule directly with me. As always, my name is David Campanile. I'm the owner of Campanile Law, located in the state of New Jersey. We handle estate planning and probate.